Good afternoon, everyone. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been doing some more arranging well, first of all, hi, everybody. I hope you can stop by and listen a little bit. I'm trying to make this as short as possible so you don't have to watch a bunch of commercials and stuff. But I've noticed I God revealed to me some things about uh, my health and what I should be doing to make it better, and things that I can avoid for me. But for the overall, I think this will be various between different people, and that includes our phones, our tablets, our computers, our cookware, uh, and our dishes and stuff like that. That the reason why a lot of us are unhealthy. Now, for me, I'm allergic to different metals. Nickel is one of them, and I'm not sure, but they've been telling us for quite some time that metals are bad for us. So we are not to be eaten out of aluminum um, pots and pans. We're not even supposed to feed our pets out of aluminum. And now, of course, they've come up with plastic, that plastic flakes off into our food and stuff. And so everything that I'm going to say, you can take it with a grain of salt if you want to. You can change it if you want to. But as for me and my household, I'm changing it. First of all, I'm going to start out with, well, y'all know I've been changing my food. I've been trying to eat a lot of fruits. Well, first of all, I find out the tropical fruits that I've been trying, I do not like. I don't like them. I mean, there's a lot of work getting into them. There's big seeds into them, and I don't have teeth to be able to eat those things with. But I don't know. I remember an article a long, long time ago that said we are to eat the foods that are indigenous to our environment, where we live and where we grew up. That's the kind of foods we're supposed to be eating. Okay, so for me, I need to be eating apples, which I can't with for no teeth, but I can grind them up, right? Keep note of that, me grinding them up. I have a bullet. Um, Plums and pears and peaches, watermelon, cantaloupe, apricots. Hold on a minute, I dropped my... oh, sorry about that. Our cantaloupes, melons, all those kind of different things, apricots and stuff that we can grow around here in my area. Berries. So I'm going to go more with the fruits and vegetables that are indigenous to my area. So I do not like the tropical fruits. Some of them, I mean, they're okay, but I'm not gonna stand there and waste my time trying to get the seed. Some of them have big seeds like that, like sort of like a peach. But I haven't tried eating a peach since I don't have my teeth. But that's soon gonna happen. So the tropical fruits are out for me. And I'll stick with, if I'm going to do any cooking, it's going to be potatoes. I can cook the carrots in there. I can cook celery in there. I can cook peppers in there. So the different things that I can do. Okay, so there's that. But how I got to coming up with all this stuff was because, and I didn't notice it until just the other day, that when I'm scrolling on my phone, which I had mentioned on there that it's doing something to my shoulder because I'm right-handed, and the posture. So I started doing some research. My fingers, especially this one, the one that I do a lot of scrolling with, itches like crazy. Oh my gosh, it is just so bad. And I did a lot of research on all of this, and it could have been this, could have been that. But I noticed that it was doing it when I'm scrolling. They got real bad after I started scrolling. And I Googled it, and there is nickel that comes off of my phone, and other metals that I'm allergic to. So by me sitting there scrolling, and whatever I use in this hand and what me holding it with this hand, I get a little bit of the itching and stuff and the burning in this hand holding it and scrolling. And I gotta scroll if I want to comment and do what I need to do for y'all out here. And of course, naturally, if I'm going to do my videos on the phone, naturally, and I just upload it from there. And so with all the information that I'm finding out, I feel the need to eliminate that phone as much as I can, other than calling at people and talking to them. But there's radiation that comes off of it that you got to watch. That's why a lot of people go out and get these ear things that hooks to their phone, and they can talk that way instead of putting it up to their phone. Well, I need to put my phone on speakerphone anyway in order to hear the other person on the other end. So I do have a headset that you just put in your ears, and you can hook to the phone. It has a microphone on it, and I can do that. So there's only 3 people I really talk to on the phone, and that's my daughter and my sister and my brother. So I wouldn't have to navigate that often to do that. Now, if I need to call for propane or something like that, I'll take the time, put the headphone things on. You know, so I'm eliminating how handling that phone any more than I have to. I do have a case for it. I had taken the case off because it made it lighter. Well, when I Googled, they said put a case on it. That'll help immensely. So I put the case back on. So much for the phone. Or how am I going to do my videos and stuff? Well, I have been doing my videos on my laptop, but of course my laptop radiates different things too from the battery. And if you put it on your lap and stuff like that, well, I don't put it on my lap so much, but I was thinking about doing that. And I had it on my stand in there, that where I'm sitting in my on my futon, I can just turn it around like that, as long as I don't have to handle it so much. But the camera on the laptop is not supported anymore. So I'm really having a lot of trouble different various times when I want to make a video on the laptop that I'm having trouble with the camera. That's very frustrating. So, okay, I'm thinking, I'm talking to God this morning, you know. I mean, I'm sitting there talking while I'm having my coffee, and now I'm listening. And I started getting the inclination to start Googling all this different stuff. Googling how I can cook my food, that the chemicals of the, like, okay, say for instance your non-stick kettles and stuff like that. There's toxics, there's chemicals in there that is going to get into your food, and naturally you eat it, and those chemicals get inside your body. So I kind of, I had this copper coated thing, but you could see where it was being, and I don't want to go out and buy a new pan every time it gets a chip in it. But it's still putting chemicals in your body from anything that's non-stick coated. Anything that's non-stick coated. That's just like your paper plates and stuff like that that has the coating on it. That coating on there gets in your food. So I eliminated that a while back. But God had me Googling a lot this morning about various ways and things not to use to not get the chemicals in my food. And of course, and remember I told you about the bullet that I have? Well, it's got plastic containers that you put your grinder on, and you put it on your motor, and it grinds up, and all that goes in that plastic container. Plastic, like your plastic bottles full of water. We are drinking thousands of little micro pieces of plastic in our water when we think we're getting hydrated, but we're getting plastic into our system that will clog up our arteries, that will clog up our digestive system, and whatever else it does. Now, I Googled all that, but I wasn't going to write that all down, but I know enough now that I can sit here and tell y'all, and if you really want to know about why we're so sick and why our bodies aren't operating like they should, you guys can Google it and find out what's best for you. So the bullet that will grind up my apples and my fruits and stuff like that when I need it, I'm gonna have to get another, but a blender, with a glass container that will blend up everything in the glass. And as far as storing food, no more plastic containers. It's got to be glass. And of course, but here's the thing. Even with the glass containers, they have plastic tops on top of them. So I don't freeze my leftovers too much, and I think the best thing for me is just not have a bunch of leftovers that I have to have. I just get a glass bowl and put my leftovers in it and into the refrigerator. So, but it's just me, so I don't really need that many leftovers, really. Just cook by the day, maybe. I'm not sure on that yet, but that's something I haven't worked out yet. And so, major major turnaround with my cookware. Now I did Google about the crock pots, the ceramic container you put down in, and the heating elements is in the steel part. So far that's good. I've got that. I got 100-watt little small crock pot that's just good enough for me. So that's good. And I dug out my cast iron skillets, which they got all messed up, so I'm going to have to go get it. I know we're not supposed to do this, but for this one time, I'm going to go get me a scouring pad and scour all that rust out of there, and then oil it up so that it's good enough for cooking. So I got two of them. I got a big one and I got a small one. So I'll be good to go with that. And of course the big one has a lid for it. So these are major changes, guys. Major changes. And as far as canned goods, well, here's the thing. And I mean, they're the best alternative for storing other than if you can your own stuff. If you can your own stuff, then you put it in jars other than cans. But the companies that put these vegetables and canned stuff in the cans, they spray the inside of the cans, and I wasn't going to mark down what it was that they sprayed it with, but it was to keep the cans from rusting and stuff like that in the food, but there's still chemicals in that spray that they spray the inside of the cans with that get into our food, get into our body. So I'm just going to go a whole different direction other than buying stuff in the cans. Like if I want green beans with my potatoes, I'm just going to go buy them whole and cut them up, clean them up, and put them in the pan with the potatoes and cook them up. And carrots, which I do carrots that way. And as far as as far as the frozen stuff that they freeze, now I did not Google that. I think I will Google that and find out what. But I've been getting frozen vegetables and stuff that are in plastic bags. So I'll be Googling that sometime today to see. But you know what? That's okay. I can get stuff fresh. Just bottom line. Just gonna, if I want it, I'll get it fresh, and I'll cook it that day. And that's one of the reasons why I would like to live right next to a grocery store. That I wouldn't have to spend $5 worth of gas to go get groceries every day. So, major changes. And so I had put this computer away, but I dug it back out. I'm in my walk-in closet, and back here's my chair that I can sit in if I want to do some videos, but it's a little bit further away. But right now I'm in my office chair, and I'm doing this video on my desktop. The desktop has less rays and radiation and all that kind of good stuff coming off of the monitor. And the computer itself is down on the floor. I'm not really close to it. So, wow, I've been doing a lot of research this morning, but here's the thing, okay, they made a lot of modern conveniences for us. But along with that comes things that are not going to suit well with these natural bodies that came from natural nature. Our bodies supposedly are made out of earth. And how true that is, I do not know, but they have found, you got to do the research. But our bodies were made natural, from natural things. And that's just like way back in Genesis, that God, whoever that we thought God was or whatever, or whoever, told us what to eat, and it all grew out of the ground. It didn't say anything at all about going and eating animals. Not one thing about that. So, but when they make these gadgets and stuff in our phones with the radiation, if you're allergic to any of the metals that in the things that you're cooking, and of course naturally the chemicals that they put on our food when they grow it, the chemicals that are put into things like non-stick things that you cook with, and that heat, and it's just endless. If I was to sit down and tell you everything and to Google everything, that my video would be 3 hours long. So that's why we're sick, folks. Because we want modern conveniences. We want everything easy. Well, it's going to take a little bit of work for me to get my cast iron skillet back up to par, and go out and buy fresh vegetables and stuff to put in my crock pot to make me a vegetable soup, so to speak. And if I want to grind up my apples, I have to have another blender with glass. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I was going to do a video on in which I think I still will, but this will go and tie into all of us that are ill. I think people want to stay ill because that's all they know. That's you get around old people and that's all they want to talk about. Well, the ones that I know of anyway. How ill they are, because they ain't got nothing else to talk about. They ain't got nothing else to gripe about. They don't have any kind of life at all. And they want to sit around and talk to each other about, well, I take 15 pills. My God. And then the other person will say, oh, no. Well, I take this, blah, 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 blah. It goes on. Oh, God, I just couldn't. It just goes on and on and on. That's one of the reasons why I have no friends. Because I don't want to be around. That's another reason why I don't want to go into a low-income place. Because they're almost all of them have got ailments of some sort, and they want to sit around and talk about how bad it is, instead of sitting around talking about what they're doing to get healthy and well. So, remember, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And as a man thinks in his heart, so he will be. You will go in the direction that your heart believes. I believe that I can get healthier and well and be able to get up and dance again. I mean dance. I did a video the other day where I was dancing somewhat, but I wasn't moving my legs all over the place. But I believe I will be well, that I am getting better and better every day. So if you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. Hugs and kisses, folks. We'll talk to you later. You have a great day.